What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I've got 5 new fragrances from Paris Corner, 2 in the Kaheela line, 3 in the Emir line that are the Louis Vuitton clone fragrances. I'm actually quite excited. One of these Kaheela fragrances is a Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau Eau de Toilette clone. That's the one I'm most excited about in this video. These were sent out to me by the good folks at Aroma Concepts. They do distribute for Paris Corner across all of their ranges. So I'm pretty excited to open all 5 of these and smell them. We're going to check them out together, see what's good, see what's okay, see what's mediocre, see if there's anything phenomenal here. You never know, but I'm pretty excited about it. So stay tuned. So before I bust them all open, let's take a look. This is Kaheela Platinum, which is the Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau clone. We're going to open this one first. Kaheela Lux, I have no idea what this is supposed to be a clone of. We'll take a look at the notes and everything after I sniff all of these. These are the Louis Vuitton fragrances. This is Lueur d'Espoir, I believe. Ambre. That's how you say that. Don't know which one that's supposed to be. Lueur d'Espoir Arena. And Lueur d'Espoir Noche, which I have a feeling that's supposed to be Ambre Nomad, which is the only Louis Vuitton fragrance I've smelled at a Louis Vuitton store. So I'm familiar with that one, but I'm going to bust all these open and we'll check them out. So like I said before, Platinum is the one that I want to check out first. So for those of you wondering, I know the presentation looks a little different because I am recording this locally on StreamYard, so it'll be easier to do a screen share. So let's take a look. I believe they have a stallion head of sorts that they do. Here we go. Presentation looks pretty good. So let's pull this bad boy out. Wow, this is super heavy. So this is Kaheela Platinum. This is supposed to be Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Beau Eau de Toilette, which is one of my favorite tropical scents. This is like really, really, really freaking heavy. Paris Corner, Paris. Eau de Parfum here on the sticker on the bottom. Wow, a lot of girth to this horse head. It's got a plastic filling, but I'll tell you what, this is thick and heavy. So since it's only 5 fragrances, I'm going to spray them all on skin. Good atomizer. Oh, clear as day. A little bit more tonka bean up top from the start, then Le Beau, but distinctively Le Beau. The coconut comes across a little bit more candied than actual Le Beau does. This is super tropical. This smells really good. I have a feeling this is going to be my favorite because I love what it's cloning so much. So there's a juiciness to this. I think the citrus that's here, if I remember correctly, I want to say it's bergamot is what's here. It's giving it this almost candied coconut feel, the way this is blended. I'm not going to call it exactly 1-to-1 with Le Beau. You can tell that's what they're cloning. I mean, clear as day. This is Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Beau Eau de Toilette. It's a little bit more candied at the top, and the powderiness is a little bit grander. I get more of the powder up top. So let's go ahead and pull up Aroma Concepts. And let's take a look. Let's type in Platinum. Here we go. Kaheela Platinum. 85 ml. Bergamot, coconut, and tonka bean. So indeed. Let's it's that simple. No write-up, no readings or anything like that. It's a nice shot of it for sure. More looks at the presentation. So yeah, it's the same exact note breakdown. Bergamot, coconut, and tonka bean. As it's settling down, it is smelling so much more like Le Beau. Now it's getting more of that slight sunscreen feel to the coconut. That powdery tone settling in more. This is lovely. This is absolutely beautiful. I think I'll do a comparison video between this and the original in the next couple of days. I'm going to give this one a full wearing first. I'm going to wear this one pretty much immediately. I'm really digging this one, guys. I have a feeling this is, like I said, this is probably going to be my favorite. This is the one I was excited about because I love LeBeau so much. And the more it settles down, the more it smells like they've cloned it. It started out like 80, 85%, but it's much more 90, 95% now that it's just a few minutes in. Don't know what performance is going to be like. I'll update you guys on that because, like I said, in the next few days, we'll do a comparison video after I wear it. So far, so good. We're starting off hot. Kaheela Platinum, a clone of Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau Eau de Toilette. Next, we have Kaheela Lux. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I really don't. I have no idea what this is cloning. Let's see if we can figure out some of the notes. So piano black and gold versus the silver and clear that we got from Platinum. Go Kaheela Lux, not Tux, Kaheela Lux. Again, absolutely no clue. Tell you what, the build quality is very stout on these. Not that that's the most important thing in the world. I mean, at the end of the day, it's got to smell good, right? It's very dark and resinous. There's a strange sweetness to this. This is familiar. This is familiar. There's definitely oud. A little bit of rose, too. Is it oud rose fragrance? Smooth, though. Which isn't always the case with Paris Corner. Sometimes they start off a little harsh, a little chemically synthetic. Not the case here. Very smooth. Strange, sweet, spicy backdrop with this oud wood, jammy rose smell. Could be wrong here. It smells like oud rose to me. Definitely oud. Funky. This is familiar. What is this supposed to be? It smells really good. It's hard to say the freshie is going to be the best one now. Oh, so good, though. This doesn't smell too heavy. This smells actually quite wearable for oud. Let's look these notes up. I'm curious. This smells really good. It's super familiar, though. Super, super familiar. Okay, so let's just type in Kahila. That'll make it easier. Let's see. Here we go. Kaheela Lux. Okay, there's that earthiness. So there is oud. There is rose. So tobacco leaf, sour cherry. That's that odd sweetness. Okay. Honey, chocolate, hazelnut. There's all that sweetness. It's a strange sweetness. There's some spice too. So Ceylon cinnamon. So there's the spice. Okay. May rose, damask rose, citrus leah. I don't know what that is, but two different types of rose, cinnamon, and a litany of gourmand notes. So that it makes sense because it's kind of all over the place, but it smells really smooth, really good. Base of amber, agarwood, which is oud, vanilla, benzoin, sandalwood, cypriol oil, patchouli, and musk. This one smells really, really good. Is there any kind of story or just the note breakdown? Let's see. Just the note breakdown, but that's okay. Look how beautiful that shot is, though. Talk about a gorgeous picture. Oh, these are some great still images that they took, for sure. So this one, a lot of sweetness, and now that it's settling in, the honey's kind of jumping out at me because it's a thick, sticky type of sweetness. But I get a lot of oud and rose here as well. And like I said, it was a strange, sweet, spicy kind of backdrop, an undertowing of the scent profile, whereas the sweetness is starting to take hold. Cinnamon oud, that makes so much sense. It almost gives me like the cinnamon oud feel of a Menthol honey oud. Clearly not the same fragrance. This has so much more complexity. It's not the same scent profile, but the way the cinnamon and oud comes across in that is what this reminds me of. Damn, if I didn't have Wild Le Parfum on, I think I would go ahead and spray this one. This is really, really good. Yeah, it's still pretty strong. I've only had it on for like 3 hours. It's still pretty strong on my skin. It would be layering if I was to spray this right now. Damn, okay. I wasn't expecting to be more impressed by this than the LeBeau clone, because I was really excited about the LeBeau clone. I mean, who would think to clone Jean-Paul Gaultier's LeBeau, right? I don't know what this is supposed to be a clone of. It has a familiarity to it. The tobacco here isn't overdone. Like it says tobacco leaf. That's much more believable because it's not super earthy. More of an herbal feel would make sense, but it's more aromatic than anything. Like there's a bright, airy tone to this. A lot of variety. Like this sweetness is strange. Sour cherry, honey, chocolate, and hazelnut. Doesn't it sound so good? When you smell it, indeed, it is. It is quite good. This one's addictive. That cherry and the honey really kind of stand. The cherry stood out from the start. The honey's starting to stand out a lot more with cinnamon and oud. It's almost like a smoky tone settling in too. This one's changing almost rapid at a rapid pace. This one's changing. We'll rate these at the end. I was about to say something. We'll wait till the end. Let them dry a little bit. But I'll tell you what, very impressed upon the initial spray. Kaheela Lux. So far, so good. Both Kaheela fragrances are fantastic. Okay, we started off hot. Now we're getting into these Louis Vuitton clones. I don't know which one is which for these. Interesting box design. Has the tube inside. So I don't know which is which. When I see the bottles, I guess by the color scheme, I'll be able to figure that out. Here we go. Emir, Eau de Parfum. Emir logo on the top. There we go. Clear-cut clone of the LV bottles. I think this one's got to be Ambre Nomad. This one's got to be, right? Wouldn't you think? I mean, that's a black bottle. This one's a brown bottle, but cute. So, all right, let's see what we're working with here. We're going to go 2 good sprays on top of the forearm. Yeah, this is supposed to be Ambre Nomad. Oud Patchouli. Oud and patchouli. Oh, yeah, this is Ombre Nomad. Holy shit. excuse the cursing. Wow, yeah, that's because okay, so let me give you a rundown of my experience with Ombre Nomad. So I was in the airport and went in the Louis Vuitton store. I was with George. And as soon as we walked in, we smelled something. It was an oud fragrance, and it smelled lovely in the store. It filled the whole store. So I asked the lady, I said, excuse me, I have to know what was sprayed. Which of the fragrances was sprayed? She brought me straight to Ombre Nomad. She's like, would you like to try it out on your skin? Sprayed it on my hand. Niche level type stuff with the way this oud came across. I'm immediately reminded this is a funky animalic oud. Very, very funky. Not for everybody. Niche fragrance, enthusiast fragrance lover type of scent profile. Slightly more challenging wear, but one that can be appreciated. That was all the thoughts, and I'm getting those same thoughts immediately smelling this that I got then. But after about 45 minutes, I was like, okay, it's annoyingly strong, which this is a lot of power here. That one was annoyingly strong too. It was filling the whole store. It was not a small store either. Just that one spray on my hand, like I said, after about 45 minutes, like I need to go run to the restroom and wash this off. It's becoming overwhelming. So that was my 45-minute experience with Louis Vuitton Ombre Nomad, however you say it. This evokes those exact feelings. I'm sure it's not the same quality level here, but it's immediately bringing me back visually. I'm standing in the Louis Vuitton store, smelling my hand instead of my wrist when I smell this. A little smoky, funky, and this very earthy, almost chocolatey tone patchouli smell. I don't know the notes. I never looked at the authentic, the original Louis Vuitton's notes, but I bet you that's what we're working with here. Let's go take a look, shall we? All right. So I'm actually quite excited about this. It immediately reminds me of it. So agarwood, geranium, raspberry, rose, amberwood, benzoin, birch, incense. There's that smokiness. Birch and incense and saffron. So no patchouli, but it kind of reminds me of this earthy tone of patchouli. Very smoky, animalistic, and funky. The raspberry note, it really it enhances the rose, if anything, because it makes a very thick sweet rose smell. It doesn't distinctively smell like a raspberry note to me. So let's read this one has a story. Made with the finest ingredients and a unique combination of natural oils, this perfume has seductive and enduring notes that will leave you craving more. Ambre Emir is romantic, seductive, and alluring fragrance that emanates sensuality. It's a woody, spicy fragrance for men and women. It opens up with a mix of wild raspberries and fresh rose petals, accompanied by a sweet, inviting heart of geranium blossoms covered in a honeyed amber. The base notes are comprised of the finest Omani incense floating on a bed of warm vanilla pods. This concoction is a warm and crystalline form of amber, sweet and almost chocolatey. That's why I think patchouli. There you go. That's describing it for me. Chocolatey form in the combination of raspberry, rose, and geranium, spicy from the saffron, ever so slightly smoky from the incense, and amazing, intoxicating vanilla envelope. The fragrance is an olfactory representation of our most vivid emotions: dark, warm, sweet, and expensive. It is mainly an oud fragrance, but the note isn't dirty nor fecal. It's definitely funky, though. It's just clean, amazing smelling, and quite strong. It's a sensual experience that takes you further into the realms of your imagination. A perfect gift for yourself and your loved ones. This is all that. This is that jam. I just don't know how wearable it actually is. It's an aroma, it's an olfactive treat to behold. Let me stop the screen share. It's a special scent profile, but I don't know if it's something I will enjoy all throughout the day, because my previous experience with the original was it got annoying because it's so strong. Now, is this going to be on the same level of potency? So far, it smells like it will be. Who knows? I'm not going to wash it off after this video. I'm going to let it develop some more. But a lot of people are going to appreciate this. If you've ever smelled the original and you want that on a budget, I mean, this evokes the exact same feelings that I got when I smelled the original. I don't have it with me. I didn't buy it to where I could compare it directly. Yeah, it's definitely based around oud and that chocolatey feel. That's why I was convinced there was patchouli in here, but it even mentions in the story almost chocolatey-like feel. So I'm not crazy. That's what I was smelling, and they even mention it in the story here. So this one's impressive. So far, so good. This has been quite the haul. I'm very surprised here. I mean, I'm very surprised. These are impressive so far. A lot of variety here so far, too. Two oud fragrances that smell nothing alike as well. This is definitely the most challenging of the three so far, but we'll get into ratings later. Like I said, let me try the other two. But Lueur, d'Espoir, Ambre, which is a clone of Louis Vuitton's Ambre Nomade. Ambre Nomade? Not sure how you say it. One of those two ways. To be completely honest with you guys, I don't think we have too much more room to go up at this point. I think we're due for some mediocrity sooner than later. I mean, I'm not sure if this is going to be mediocre or not. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm destroying the box trying to get this open because the damn thing didn't want to open well for me. So, oh well, as long as the tube's intact, right? The box doesn't really matter, but this is Noche. Don't know what the hell this is, but we're about to find out together. It's blue. I doubt it's afternoon swim. Could it be imagination? I've never smelled that. The Mystique, however you pronounce it. I haven't smelled the original to that, only clones. Love the color though. This deep turquoise blue. Love the color. Beautiful color. Okay, so let's go to the other forearm. Two good sprays. This is definitely going to be a fresher fragrance, which hard to screw up a fresh fragrance, right? Not what I was thinking. This has a dryness and a spice to it immediately that jumps out at me. Let me get rid of some of this alcohol. This is a dark woodsy tone as well. This is not what I was expecting based on this color. This one's different. I've definitely never smelled anything like this. I mean, I know it's a clone of a Louis Vuitton fragrance. I'm not sure which one because I have such limited experience with the Louis Vuitton fragrances. But there's a dry, strange, spicy, and woodsy tone to this one. Very dense at the same time. Like much, I was thinking fresh. There's a little bit of freshness here, but I was thinking a lighter, airy fragrance. No, this is very dense and woodsy. Strong backbone. What the hell is going on with this one? Okay. This one's a little, not all over the place is not the word I'm looking for here, but screen share. Here we go. Oud. Okay, that's why there's dense woods. There's Olabana Man incense. It's smoky. It's leather and musk. Yeah, this not what I was expecting based on the color. I don't know what this is a clone of, but Noche is an amazing unisex scent that can be worn by men and women alike. This perfume is a bold fragrance that combines incense and fruit, which I do get a little bit of sweetness, so that makes sense. To create a unique scent experience. A fragrance that is lavishly dark and intense. Yeah, I was blindsided when I first smelled this for sure. Noche is a stunning masterpiece scent perfect for an evening wear or simply to add an air of mystery to your everyday look. Top notes are bergamot and Sichuan pepper. There's the spice. Heart notes are black orchid, jasmine, sambac, and rose. Interesting floral heart. The base notes are patchouli, tonka bean, and ambergris. Fragrance is warm and woody and oriental with its smoky notes. The scent opens up with a soft, sweet citrus accord, bergamot, and lemon blended with floral heart of rose and jasmine. The base is a blend of warm amber oud along with sensual musk and vanilla, which leaves an alluring trail that lasts on your skin for hours. It's a fragrance that represents the night. On one hand, it's a fresh, cold olfactory sensation. It awakens your senses with notes of peppermint and blueberry, making them more accurate in the heart of the fragrance. The accord of vanilla and patchouli provides a warmth in this icy incense accord, while on the base, we have an extremely warm combination of cedar wood. So, out of curiosity, we're going to go to Parfumo because I'm curious. Oops. Let's see. I doubt it's that. Is it imagination? Let's take a look and see. It is not imagination. Okay. I doubt it's afternoon swim. It smells nothing fresh like that. Yeah. So I'm not sure which one it is. On the beach, definitely not. Let's just go to Louis Vuitton in general. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but I've never smelled anything like it. No, definitely not that. So I'm not sure what it's cloning. Nomad. Okay, so it is Ambre Nomad. But yeah, that's Ambre spot on for me. They nailed that. I have no idea which one they are cloning here because I've never smelled the original, but I got to tell you this one's not necessarily, it's not bad, but it's not great for me either. It smells a little strange on my skin. This is not a scent profile that really speaks to me, to be completely honest with you guys. It's kind of odd, but this is one of those odd fragrances that doesn't entice me to want to wear it. I'm going to give it its fair shake. I'm not going to, just write it off after this one test spray on a first impressions. But this one smells kind of strange to me. This is definitely my least favorite of the group. This is Lueur d'Espoir Noche. Okay, last one is Arena. Again, no clue what this is supposed to be cloning. We're just going to judge it as is. All right. Here's the tube. Arena. All right. Let's check it out together. Like a purplish hue. Yeah. It's kind of more purple down here than it is here. There we go. Arena. Well, all right then. let's see, where are we going to spray this? I guess lower forearm. One good spray should be plenty. That's got oud in it as well. So all three of these have oud. There's 4 out of the 5 fragrances have oud in them. So this is an oud lover's haul for sure, which I do enjoy oud. I really do. So I'm not complaining. The last one, just kind of a turn off. Yeah, there's a lot of oud. This one's on the funkier side too. This one's got rose as well. Another oud rose combination. Boy, these fragrance houses don't get tired of doing oud rose, do they? This one's got a distinctive citrusy smell, almost like an orange kind of feel to it. It's got a distinctive citrus. This one smells familiar too. What is this? I mean, obviously it's a Louis Vuitton fragrance. I'm just saying it reminds me of a certain scent profile. There's some spices here that outweigh the rosiness, the florals, but there's a distinctive citrus as well. Let me pull some of these boxes down, blocking everything. Let's take a look and see what Arena's all about, shall we? All right. Bulgarian rose, oud, ambergris, saffron, black pepper. So I definitely get all of that. But what is the citrus? It's an amber floral fragrance for women and men. Perfume opens up with a burst of freshness. Yes, for sure. The heart reveals a frisson of rose, which gives an elegance to the woody and warm base made of oud. Imagine smelling this scent when you wake up with pink dunes in front of your eyes. The opening is a burst of fresh green rose with a peppery aspect. Lovely, rich, and warm heart of ambergris brings a certain smoothness of to the composition with oud hovering in the background. The rose immediately evokes the wild rose, at once sensual and delicate, with its clear and youthful top notes. The creation was done by choosing an exceptional rose for this composition, the damask rose, whose flowers are harvested at dawn just before opening. It's a warm and sensual take on a classic amber woody fragrance. That's why it's familiar. It's been done to death. The scent opens with top notes of bergamot, rose, black currant bud, and pink pepper. So not orange, but I guess the black currants with the bergamots, that strange. It was a strange citrusy smell, but black currant doesn't really make sense to me. Maybe a little bit. It's fruity. As it settles down a little bit, it's getting fruity. To reveal a heart of rose, iris, and jasmine. Base of ambergris and oud wood, accompanied by patchouli for a sensual finish. It is a sensual experience that takes you further into the realms of your imagination. Perfect gift for your loved ones. Another beautiful still image shot. So this one is really nice. I was just trying to figure out, like, this smells so familiar, and since it's saying it's a timeless amber floral scent profile, it makes sense. It's something I've smelled a bunch of times from other companies. I have to admit, though, these Louis Vuitton clones, they smell really high quality. I'm surprised because I have some Paris Corner fragrances that smell cheap. These don't smell cheap to me. They don't. They don't smell super chemically synthetic or anything like that. Like, they smell of really good quality. I'm very surprised by this. 2 of the 3 are great. The Ombre Nomad clone and whatever the hell this is supposed to be cloning. A lot of oud rose combos, spices, incenses, very Middle Eastern style fragrances for sure. A lot of spices really settling in, and a little bit of a flowery feel is creeping in. It doesn't distinctively smell like iris, but definitely a flowery floral tone that's settling in. That's not just rose. I like it, don't love it. I like it, don't love it. It's nice. It's just not blowing me away. But the quality is what's kind of surprising me the most with these. But let's go through all 5 and give them some ratings. So, Kaheela Platinum, the Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau Eau de Toilette clone, the one I was most excited to try, the freshie of the haul. Smells like frickin' Le Beau. Candied coconut, a little bit of a sunscreen touch, soft, sweet, powdery tonka bean. This is a tropical beach vibe, sweet fragrance. This is fantastic. I was so excited for this one. It has not disappointed. I do think this is great. This is an 8 out of 10 fragrance. I will be wearing this one over the next few days. I will do a follow-up comparison video between this and the original because I'm a big fan of the original. I'm a big fan of the Le Parfum flanker, which I'd like to see a Le Parfum version of this as well to see how close they could get on that. But man, if this outperforms the original, might have a great pickup for you guys because it's $43 before the 10% off code, which takes another $4.30 off. So $40 roughly, $39 to get this. If it performs 8+ hours, it might be the way to go because after about 2 or 3 minutes of it settling down, it smells pretty 90+% close, pretty close. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Now then, Kaheela Lux. I have no idea what this is cloning, but this is actually quite the complex, spicy, smoky, herbal fragrance. Very sweet, gourmand top. Ooh, it's just getting better as it settles. This is even better than Platinum. Now look, they're totally different. One's a fresh tropical scent. This is a gourmand oriental, I think is the way I would classify this. Is a lot of gourmand facets to this, but still a lot of oriental, woody, spicy facets. This is the most wearable of the dark fragrances in this video for me because 4 of these are resinous, dark, heavy, spicy, incensey, whatever. This is the most wearable, more so than all 3 of the other LV clones as well. This is outstanding to me. Yeah, this is a 9 out of 10 for sure. Kaheela Lux, I think this is my favorite fragrance in the haul. This is going to be the one with the highest rating. This is definitely a 9 out of 10. So just for reference, a 9 and an 8 for the 2 Kaheela fragrances. This is a great line. I hope they add to this line. Currently, these are the only 2 fragrances, and you want to talk about a diverse collection just within these 2. They're both great. This is great. This is outstanding. 9 out of 10. Next, we have Ambre, which is the Ambre Nomad clone. So this one is actually quite nice. This is going to be my favorite of the 3 LV clones. It's not annoyingly strong. It's strong, but it's not annoyingly strong like the original. The original is immensely powerful. It's kind of too strong. It got annoying for me, whereas I think the wearability might be a little bit higher for me with moderation on sprays. I would say this is maybe a 2 or 3 spray fragrance for me because it's just so damn strong. A lot of smoky oud, though. Smoky oud, chocolatey, a little leathery, too. This is really nice, too. This is great. I actually, because it's not as strong, I like this more than the original, believe it or not. The quality is better on the LV original, don't get me wrong, but yeah, this is pretty damn nice. This one's great as well. This one's definitely an 8 out of 10. This is going to be my favorite of the LV clones, hands down. So the next 2 are going to be a lower rating than 8, just to give you guys a heads up. Yeah, I can see myself wearing this one for sure. Now we have Noche. So this is my least favorite of the 5 that we've smelled here today. That doesn't do it for me. Now that it's settling down, this one's probably a pass. I don't know if I'll ever wear this. I'm going to give it one chance. I'm definitely going to give it at least one chance, do one full wearing. It's almost like a scrubber for me. It doesn't smell terrible, but it does not appeal to me. It kind of smells like a mess. Maybe it's how it's reacting on my skin. I think this is below average for me. I don't really care for this one. I don't, outside of giving it one wearing, maybe that can grow, but it's like a 4.5 out of 10. It's not terrible, but it's not that good for me. It does not speak to me in any way. It does not excite me in any way. It does not evoke a positive emotion from me, because that's what I'm looking for, the emotions. How does it make me feel when I smell it? And it immediately, the word that comes to mind is pass. Last but not least, we have Arena, which I don't know what this is a clone of, but it's a timeless oud rose spicy combination. You've smelled this before. From a clone house, you've probably not smelled this quality, though. I have to say, these LV clones, they are very high quality. All 5 of these smell of great quality. They really do, especially these LV clones. This is a very good fragrance, though. I can see myself wearing this one too. It's just something that I've smelled a bunch of times. So if it was a little bit more original, which I mean, I say that talking about a clone, I get that. But I mean, as far as even the original scent profile, it's, you know, LV chose to do something that's been done to death. And then they just cloned it basically. But it's still a very good fragrance. It still smells great. The quality's good. There's a little bit of complexity and depth here. I love the oud rose spicy combo. I've got a bunch of fragrances that smell like this. That's why it was so familiar. But I do think it's still very good. I do think Arena is a 7 out of 10 fragrance. Solid pickup right here. If you don't have a bunch of spicy oud rose fragrances out there, this is a great affordable option that smells of higher quality than what you're going to pay. What's the price on this one? It's $43 before. All of these are $43 before the 10% off code. They're bona fide cheapies, and it doesn't smell like $40 fragrance. It just doesn't. Well, that's my first impressions on the two Kaheela flankers, Platinum and Lux, and then the new 3 LV clones. The quality is top notch on these LV clones. I'm actually very impressed, even with the one I don't like, with Noche that I gave a 4.5. The quality is good. The scent profile just isn't for me at all. It doesn't speak to me. It's not terrible. It just doesn't do it for me. But some solid stuff here. You know, 4 out of 5. I really enjoy. I'm definitely going to wear. Thank you again to Aroma Concepts for sending these my way. Again, be on the lookout in the next few days for a comparison video after I wear this one to the original Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau Eau de Toilette. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. Have any of you tried any of these 5? If so, what do you think about them? I'm actually impressed. A few of these really impressed me. For real. And I'm surprised at how close Ambre comes to Ombre Nomad from LV. This is kind of, they nailed the scent profile. It's good, and it's not as annoying as the original. The original annoyed me, believe it or not. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these and you give them a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.